Today we are going to be looking at suffixes. Now last week in grammar we started looking at prefixes and we found out that prefixes were groups of letters that we add onto the beginning of words to help change the word. Well, today we are going to be looking at suffixes, and suffixes are groups of letters that we add to the ends of the words to help change the meaning. So let's start off with a song.
Can you hear what fits before the root of a word, before the word is heard? That's a prefix, there it sits. Once it becomes applied, the word is modified. Like discover, triangle, submarine, subterranean. In some way, now that the word has changed, there will be something new for us to say. Can you hear what fits after the root of a word, after the word is heard? That's a suffix, there it sits. Once it becomes applied, the word is modified. Like full, eventful, in beginning, ness, happiness, thoughtfulness, goodness, and kindness. Now that the word has changed, there will be something new for us to say. Here's a few prefixes just for you. Counter, extra, hyper, ultra, semi, just to name a few. Now then we know what suffixes do. Ationary, able, agonize will help you too. And it's true, some words have two. Reconstruction, disagreement, unlikely reaction. Now that the words have changed, there will be something new for us to say. Now that the words have changed, there will be something new for us to say. Now that the words have changed, there will be something new for us to say.
Suffixes and prefixes are groups of letters that we join to the beginning or the ends of words. And you're probably sitting going, Miss Goss, why do I need to know this? Why are these useful? If you understand what prefixes and suffixes are, and if you understand their meaning, it can really help you to understand what words mean. And if you know what the words mean, you can then start to use them in your writing. So, we've already said a suffix is the group of words that go at the end of the root word. It can tell you when something happened by changing the tense of a verb. We can modify the root word, or we can change the meaning. So, run, we can add the suffix ing to make running. We've already talked about ed. If you add ed, it changes it into the past tense. If we add the est suffix, we've got strong to strongest. That makes it a comparative adjective. We've talked about them before and you've heard about them in grade 5. Then we've got care. By adding less, you can change the word, making it careless. So someone that doesn't take care. So let's look at two suffixes in particular. We've got the suffix ly, which means in a certain way. You'll have heard of ly when we've talked about adverbs. So we've got quickly. Adding ly means in a quick way, doing something in a quick way. Loudly, in a loud way. And if quickly and loudly mean in a quick way and in a loud way, what do you think suddenly would mean? Then we've got the suffix full, which means full of, colourful, full of colour, playful, full of play. So following that rule, what would thankful mean? Today we are looking at adjective suffixes, and we're looking at suffixes that we can add to words that make them adjectives. In particular, today we are going to be looking at able, we're going to be looking at the al. We've already talked a wee bit about full. Ik and ikal, we're looking at musical, mythic. Also, this why. Okay, these are the ones that we're going to be focusing on in school on Sunday. So I really need you to have a read over this table. Take your time, read it carefully. Make sure you know what these are. Make sure you know what these adjective suffixes mean. And then on Sunday, we'll be practicing making our own adjective words using these suffixes. So have a look at it, make sure you take your notes, and I'll see you on Sunday.